And you've spoken also about the challenges with employment when you're a person with a disability. Can you talk a little bit about why people might be hesitant to, say that they have one or go on the record about having one?
Yeah, it's actually a really real issue, because again, with society's brainwashing of what they believe life with a disability is like, it has never been from a space of empowerment or support, right? So, a lot of the times with people with disabilities, if we go in and say, hey, I need an ergonomic chair in order to relieve some of the chronic pain that may happen in my legs from sitting down in the wrong chair too long, right? Or if there's a certain desk that needs to be elevated, the fear that comes with that is now my employer is going to think that they need to spend more money just in order to hire me. The fear is people will assume that I can't do my job because I may have to go to the doctors more frequently than maybe the average employee. And so a lot of the times people don't like to share that they have these disabilities in fear that they may be looked at as not being capable of doing their job or looked at as a hindrance or a burden for their employer when really all we're trying to do is make a living for ourselves because we want to live independently too. We want to have our own place. We want to be able to shop. We want to be able to travel. We want to be able to have the same luxuries as anybody else, but when employers are constantly getting in the way of people with disabilities being able to be respected as employees and making the minor adjustments, most of the time they're very minor adjustments in order to employ a candidate that can do the job just as well as anybody else, it turns into a whole Posh posh of negativity that just does not work or serve anybody. So it does create a lot of fear around it. I mean, even when I was working, I talk about this in the book, I was traveling on the bus in my wheelchair to and from the office, rain or not. Like, and I was going
Mm.
through puddles, I was damaging my chair just in order to get to the office because I was so afraid to let my employers know I can't make it into the office today because of the rain and I don't have the ability to drive. So there's a lot of fear that comes around that. That's usually called internalized ableism. And, it's a real issue. So I just hope that employers and companies recognize that there are a lot of talented people with disabilities who have great skill sets, who are incredibly smart and incredibly capable of doing a multitude of jobs. And we just want the same financial independence that anybody else would be able to get because they want to work as well.